What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Minecraft Survival Let's Play episode. And I've been kind of busy off camera, as you guys can see behind me. We've been working on the dome a little bit. Now, as you guys can see, I've been putting in these small little, I guess you could call them like fixtures, right? That connects these red tubes that are going to be coming out on either side of the dome, and it's making the dome look a lot less domey, I guess, and a little more like a structure, so that's good. And we also have these fixtures coming out the front and the back of the dome as well, but these two are going to have sort of different attachments. I guess the front is going to be sort of more like an entrance, and the back part is actually what we're going to be working on today. We got a little project that we're going to build out the back, comes out of the back of the dome, and it goes straight into the back of this little pond area. And I believe I mentioned something about it in one of the last episodes, but you know, I guess we'll see today, you know, what it has in store for us. Now check it out, I've also been doing a little bit of work on the Cactus Farm. I just basically added a little entryway to there just so the glass isn't all that we have, and you know, a couple more structural blocks on the sides right here and on the corners. And I came in here and I actually removed some of the glass and just, you know, replaced it with a little bit more polished diorite. And overall, instead of having this all open as open exposed glass, you know, having a little bit more structural integrity in the building actually makes it look better, in my opinion. Like, you know, it's Minecraft, obviously blocks float and whatever, but you know, if we could build it how it looks in real life, it's automatically going to look better, just because, you know, that's how our minds are used to seeing things, with a little bit more structural integrity. It's just not a whole bunch of glass holding it up. But anyway, long story short, I've been doing a little bit of building off camera, and honestly, it's not really been a lot of building. It's been just kind of, you know, when I log in here and there to tend to my farms, I'll place a block or two, you know, step back, take a look at it, see how I like the build so far, and then just kind of shape it to what I foresee. So, I mean, check out this base behind us. It's really starting to look cool. It's starting to come together, and I'm starting to get really excited for this little compound area. Now we're getting a couple buildings thrown up. You guys are starting to get a feel for what this base is going to start looking like. So as I'm smelting up some glass and some of this cactus that we've gotten from our little cactus farm, I wanted to show you guys, like, check it out. 3 stacks, 1 stack in there. Like, dude, oh, here, let me go show you guys the farm. Dude, so check it out. We are stacked on cactus. Like, we're never going to have to farm cactus again after this. This is just doing it all for us. And check it out. This is the last of our sugarcane, guys. So we desperately need this sugarcane farm. So I guess let me just finish getting up all the materials, and I want to get straight to building. Like, I don't want any more delay. I want this thing to be built yesterday. Alright, so I was able to get most of the materials that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a lot, man, and a lot of this stuff was expensive. It took me forever. This is actually a couple days after the last cut, well, probably like half a week, to be honest. But yeah, I've just been gathering supplies, and I've also been building a little bit. Check it out, man. So we got the first layer of this bad boy done, and this is gonna be the collection area, kind of reminiscent to the cacti farm. I'm gonna maybe have all this stuff, you know, kind of throughout the base in all the farms, but we just have a little collection area. And yeah, it's already been running because I built the first layer off camera, and then just so I can have it run while we're doing a little bit of work around the base. But check it out, dude, this first layer, and it's a super simple setup to build. Let me get a sugar cane and show you guys how this thing works. Now, I will start off by saying this is not the most efficient farm, I guess, technically, like, but I mean, to me, it matters like so less. It's ridiculous. But so check it out. So this, when the sugarcane grows 3 high, it will send the observer will pick that up, and then it'll send a redstone signal out 1 pulse, and then it'll power this piston, right? But the thing with this design is that it powers all the pistons, which is fine. You know, I'm not really too mad about that. There's only going to be 5 pistons powering at a time, so it's not going to cause too much lag. And so this is where the efficiency comes in. Now, if you want this to be 100% efficient, what you guys want to do is get rid of these hoppers and actually put the glass right here. And what you want to do is run a hopper minecart underneath the dirt, and that will actually pick up all the sugarcane that falls right here. Now, with this design, with the hopper setup, when the sugarcane pushes out, most of it's going to fly off to this way, or I was doing some testing and I actually noticed that they fly off this way too, so I added a little space right here. But they'll fly off this way, get collected by the hoppers, and all end up in the chest. But sometimes a piece of sugarcane will just, boom, fall right there and get collected right there. Now, it will despawn before this triggers again, because all of the sugarcane resets. Check it out. All the sugarcane resets when all 5 pistons power. So that's kind of like a fix for it, right? So if a sugarcane falls right here, boom, it'll despawn before they push out again. So it's not like it'll catch the next one that falls in this little vicinity. It'll still kind of fall over, but check it out. This is how it works. Boom. And as you guys could tell, no sugarcane actually fell on the dirt blocks that time. We got a little bit lucky. There's just if I'm not mistaken, yeah, just the 2 that we threw right there. So as you guys can see, it's still really, really efficient. It's just not the most efficient. So boom, super cool. And as you can see right there, one actually did fall. Yeah, just one. So one out of what was that, like 4, 3, 4? So you know, it's gonna make no difference at all, especially because this is harvesting all by itself. Like if there's like a 4%, 5%, whatever on something that's automatic, like fully automated, I really don't care because it's fully automated. It's not like I'm gonna have to work extra hard to make up that 5%. I'm just gonna have to AFK for what, 5 minutes longer? I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, I think this thing's gonna look really cool once it's done. Man, we got sugarcane growing all over the place, huh? But yeah, I think this thing's gonna look really cool when it's done. I don't think we're gonna close up the top just yet, because this is multi-layered, and honestly, I'm just gonna repeat this same layer over and over again all the way up. But we're not gonna close off the top yet, just because we may want to increase the size of it later on. I mean, I don't know. We might do something temporary, but we'll see when we get there, I guess. All right, so I got everything set up to build the second layer, and I thought I should kind of like just run through it with you guys. I mean, show you guys how to build this thing, right? So we're gonna be using grass blocks. I just want to get this out of the way. We would use sand blocks because, in my opinion, it would look better. But in order to do that, we would actually have to raise up the layer by 1 just so we could put a string right underneath the sand block, and we ain't finna do all that because that's doing way too much in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and build the first layer, and I would honestly start out by just doing this little bit. This is gonna be the part that holds all of the water. So you just put grass blocks right here, and then a couple blocks right here, just you know, to hold in the water like this. Boom, 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 boom. Fill up the buckets. Boom. Alright, so once you have this, you want to go ahead and build up the little part where you're going to place your pistons. And I like to do 2 diorite, or 2 building blocks, a glowstone just to have a little bit of light, and then 2 more building blocks. And then right here, you just place in your pistons, boom, like such. And then you want to go around to the back. This is going to be an air gap right here, or an air block, technically, I think it's called, but let's go ahead and bust out some redstone as well. You're going to place blocks on the backside of each piston, running along like this. You're going to place the redstone, and then you're going to want to place the observers, and that's pretty much the whole setup. Now, like I showed you on the first layer, if we had sugarcane right here, when they grow, the observer, or 3 high, the observer will detect that, send a redstone pulse, and then boom, there it is. And yeah, it's pretty much like that for every single layer. So you just do this little bit to it all, and I guess that's the whole farm. Like, it's a super simple farm. I don't know how to overly simplify it because it's already overly simplified enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this thing probably about 4 or 5 layers high until we run out of resources, but I do want to expand upon it in the future whenever we get some paper trader villagers from I don't think that village. I think none of the villagers made it, sadly, so we might have to go over here and get some of these villagers, but we'll see. Yeah, it's super simple, guys. It's super simple. Hopefully you guys get it. And yeah, oh yeah, we also don't have to do another hopper setup, because whenever they push out, boom, they'll all just fall into these hoppers. So it's a really cool setup as well. You know, with the whole minecart system, you would have to put a minecart track underneath every single block, and I believe you would have to raise up the layers by 1 and, you know, do a whole bunch of weird stuff. So at the end of the day, I feel like this one is just a little bit better. You know, in my opinion. You know, this is my world, in my opinion. So yeah. Oh yeah, check it out. We're also building up like it's gonna be like a little tower. I'm thinking of like a lighthouse type situation, right? Just because there's lights all up in it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's looking pretty cool. It might be looking a little bit too Christmassy now that I think about it, with the green and the red everywhere. But I don't know. We'll see. All right. I know I've been talking a lot this episode, but one more explanation. So I just have this little thing set up in my little, redstone testing world right here, and this is basically one module of our entire farm, and this is what it is, just multiplied over what 5 blocks, and then formed into a square. So like I said, boom, when it builds up 3, it gets knocked down, and wow, both of them went onto the grass block that time. So that's a little concerning right there, huh? So yeah, see, so most of them do fall off. Oh wow, both of those went on there too. Okay, and obviously it won't be going this fast, so like these will get picked up or despawn, and then like that one will despawn, and so on and so forth. If one does get caught on the ledge, what can potentially happen is when these break off, what is when these break off, this item right here can actually suck items into it with it. So like kind of like that, I believe. Yeah, it just did that. So they can group up, but like I said, it'll despawn before more actually shoot off like that. And as you guys could see, they're coming off the side like that. So that's why I left that gap right there. They kind of fly pretty wild nowadays. I remember back in the day, they kind of just used to go straight. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, if you guys want to build it, here it is. Should be super simple. I'm not going to explain it anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and hop back into the Let's Play world. Alright, y'all, so I've been doing a little bit of work off camera, and check it out, guys. We have 5 layers to this huge thing done, and like I said, in the future, we're going to be stacking the layers even higher once we get some paper traders going. But man, this thing has just been chugging along. When I was building the upper layers, I just kept on hearing the pistons go on and on. And I'm excited to see how much sugarcane we've gotten in this short amount of time. I'm trying to fix my camera, sorry. All right, check it out. Oh, okay, nice. 2.5 stacks, about 2.5 stacks. So that's pretty cool. I mean, building these layers up, once you get into like your little groove of it, since it is a very modular design, like I showed you guys in the creative world, it's really easy to just get in a groove and just knock out the layers. So that was only about 15 minutes of building, guys. It wasn't that long at all. And honestly, I would have built more layers, but the only reason why I stopped is because we ran out of diorite. So we are actually out of the main building material for my whole base, which sucks, which means we can't really do anything with the base until I go mining again. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to do all that stuff off camera. But man, check it out. It's looking pretty freaking cool. We're gonna go ahead and get a little aerial shot right now of the tower and how the base is looking. And the top of this tower right here, we didn't do anything permanent to cap it off. We basically just put some glass there, some lighting, so mobs don't spawn, and that's just to ensure that we get as much sugarcane as we need, or as we can get. Just because in the testing world, I noticed that some of it was hopping on top of the observer. So blocked in the observers, and man, I mean, I'm super happy with this thing. It's looking really, really cool. The whole base is looking dope. We have this little bridge area right here that we still need to fill in, but I have a special plan for that. So, we can't really do it right now. Like I said, we don't have enough diorite, and it's going to involve basically the paper traders. We're just going to line them all up right here, and it's going to look cool when it's all done. And I'm really starting to, I don't know, get really, really excited with how this base is coming together. I know I keep on saying that, but playing Minecraft for a long time, I haven't really been too inspired with a new base. But for some reason, with this base, going with this more futuristic design, I'm really liking how it's turning out, and I hope you guys are too. But that is all the time that I have for today, guys. I know it's sort of a shorter episode, but it's okay to have these every once in a while, and I feel like we got a lot done in this short episode. I mean, we got the main farm that we needed to get done for trading, and it's not even done. Like I said, we're going to expand on it in the future. But, I'm super happy to get this thing up and running. We're going to be doing a bunch of trading in between episodes, a bunch of mining for some more diorite so we can, add on to this thing later. If you guys like this episode, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment as well. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.